Trying not to lose my shit. I'm just trying not to lose my shit.
Link in the description and join our Discord channel today. Go ahead and be part of a community with awesome events, awesome people, and awesome content creators alike. And go ahead and support all content creators that are available in the EHG community and TemGameBoyz Discord channel. Also subscribe to the EHG community and TemGameBoyz to get notifications for new videos and future streams that are going to be coming up soon. Thank you very much.
Baby, come back. Any other fool could see there was always something special about you.
Okay, so I would understand that whole entire thing if you didn't mess up the lyrics, but you know what? I'm gonna
Wait, really? Wait, hold on a sec. What are the lyrics to Baby Come Back?
So, baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there is something and anything about you.
Ah, shit, I thought it was something special about you.
I was robbed and I just can't live without you. That's the second one.
Right. Ah.
I got some great
yeah, it's all good, it's all good. But alright guys, welcome to another episode of TemGameBoyz. So
welcome to
okay, I'm going to skip these scenes today. And there's a reason why. I know you probably saw at the beginning because there's a reason why what I posted on the beginning of this video. There's a serious conversation to have.
We lost somebody else.
Yep. Lamar Wilson, who used to do amazing reviews, like not which is dashy, but his whole channel was you know, a major thing where he did reviews in regards to technology, regards to like, you know, either toys for when like to help you figure out what you're gonna grab or like what you're gonna buy for like either Christmas or to give you an idea of what you're buying before you decide to go ahead and purchase it. To help you understand like what the tech does. So I found this out that he passed away from self-deletion, and this was, I would say, a little bit after I came back from Home at 2025, which is Holiday Matsuri, and with that, it's a very serious conversation that we need to have, simply because of the fact that, like, as you can tell, and I think a lot of people can tell, that a lot of people are now either losing their lives because, you know, they're very sick, or it gets to a point where, you know, they're getting of old age. But this is a real conversation in regards to, you know, I would say people who have issues with thoughts of self-deletion. It is a serious matter. It's something that I don't think a lot of people take seriously. I think
exactly, like, take it from someone who used to be suicidal because I got bullied like to hell and back throughout middle and like high school and definitely elementary school. Like, I thought about killing myself back when I was in elementary school. I thought of self-deletion back when I was in elementary school because I, again, got bullied to like hell and back. Oh, it's Helga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it sucked because like, no one, like, a child should not feel like they have to delete themselves because of how bad shit goes for them in life. But unfortunately, I was in a place where that is just kind of where my life was. But you should never really do it, because if I did, I would have never met some of my best friends. I would have never met the Velvet Sparrow, the Dark Detective, you know, Nico here. I would have never met these guys, and I wouldn't have been here in a life where these guys, like, I wouldn't have these people as a part of my life, and I wouldn't be able to be a part of these guys' life either. Like, so much about like, just so much about my life would not exist if I didn't exist. And I understand that it sucks. Like, it really, really sucks, because a lot of people assume, or they believe that, you know, deleting themselves will end their pain. And while, yeah, theoretically it might, but it also causes more pain than it gets rid of. And that's something I feel like a lot of people need to take into account. Because while, yes, obviously it's terrible for you to go through something like this, it is also genuinely awful to... Like, it is also genuinely awful because you deserve to live. It doesn't matter how many bad things happen in your life. You as a person deserve to exist.
Yeah.
Alright? It doesn't matter who tells you you don't. It doesn't matter who says you don't. You deserve to live. And you deserve... And you definitely... And you don't... Yeah, I don't even really know how to fully word it properly, because, again, even though this is a thing that I suffered with, it's, you know, pretty hard for me to talk about.
I would say, like the way that I think that Josh was trying to describe it is, you cannot go around thinking or have a thought that, you know, that life is great without you. Yeah, that's if anybody thinking that, that's a damn lie. Don't think for a second at all that life is good without you, because your life is actually worth a lot to other people, and it should be worth a lot to you. Some people have a tendency to, and especially where it comes to Lamar Wilson, and I hope I'm actually saying his name right, because, like, I don't want to be like, oh, you know, I'm saying Lamar Wilson, and then, like, it's a different last name and everything, and no, Lamar Wilson, yes. Because the thing is, I watched his videos, and, like, a lot of his videos were based off of the idea that, you know, he's not just doing reviews, but him as a human being, he was decent. He was a decent person. So, with that happening, hearing that about him, it was really difficult. It was really difficult because of the fact that you see his videos, he tries to keep it as positive as possible, as friendly as possible, but then you don't realize the struggle that he goes through within. Like, a lot of people think that just because you try to promote positivity, like, sometimes that you're going to be positive all the time. No, that's not the truth at all. For people gotta understand that even some of the most positive people are having an internal conflict. And it's sad because of the fact that, like, you know, people like Lamar was a decent human being to others, who had good friends such as Dashy and everything, and did everything in the best way as possible.
Ratchet. Okay.
And with that, you know, as I said, it's a hard situation that people don't understand, that, you know, a lot of individuals go through a lot of, you know, internal situations. Especially like me, I was the exact same way. And then I found a way to get past it, but not everyone has the way to do so, and that's why, you know, self-deletion ends up being a suggestion in the art. I like, sometimes the thing is, it's gonna be really hard, especially now, because watching his videos, especially watching him, you know, and seeing what happened to him, you know, it's gonna be a difficult thing for me to be like, hey, you know what, I can get past this, because this is kind of one of the YouTubers I actually enjoyed. I enjoyed these type of YouTubers. I enjoyed these type of people that were, you know, honest, that were like a decent human being. And it's just very, very sad that, you know, someone like this, you know, their life came to an end. So it's a real situation that people need to understand, that other individuals are dealing with. And what sucks to me, in true honesty, is that there are some individuals that make light of these situations. So, when it comes to some people and their internal struggles, what I can tell you is that when you are having these type of situations, talk to a friend. Go seek some help. Go seek some help, which is
Talk
not
to anybody you can, really, like doctors, friends, anyone.
yeah, any doctors, friends, people who are willing to you could trust. And there is no shame in looking for help. There is no shame at all. You shouldn't be afraid to look for help. And with that type of situation, you gotta realize that, you know, everybody in the world, even the strongest person in the world, needs help. Don't be afraid to do so. Don't be afraid to ask for any type of help, because it makes you feel like you're less of an adult, or you know, or like in certain instances when it comes to like, especially certain areas, stuff like that. Like sometimes people think that, oh, you know what, it makes me feel like I'm less of a man, or this or that, or I'm less of a grown up. No, everybody goes through some internal stuff. Everybody goes through some.
Everybody suffers from something, and refusing to ask for help is actually worse, because it can make you feel like you're, you know, helpless. It can make you feel like you're hopeless entirely, which isn't true. Like, you deserve to be helped. You deserve to have someone there for you that can care for you and treat you like you matter. And that's something that a lot of people need to understand. You deserve, like, you matter. It doesn't matter how bad things get. It doesn't matter how bad you might feel. You matter. And taking your own life because you believe that you don't will never be the answer. It might seem hard to believe. Trust me, I've been there. I know how hard it is to believe that, you know, you're important to somebody. But at the end of the day, even if you somehow don't feel important to someone, you are. Yeah. You are, and you always will be.
Yeah, and it's a hard thing for me to talk about this, because one of my heroes actually, you know, self-deleted, Jason David Frank. And with him doing something like that, it was hard for me to hear that. And because he was one that promoted, you know, positivity, one that tried to go ahead and try to give everybody something positive to believe in. Even for those that, like, you know, weren't his best friends, they put in like a word about, like, you know, he was always a decent human being. He was never a bad person. He was never someone that, you know, anybody despised fully, or like you could just be to a part where I don't like you, or like, you know, even with someone who had personal beef, like with like that he had with like someone that he used to work with in Power Rangers. They were like, you know what, we were drinking buddies, but you know, someone lost their life today, and you know, once a Ranger, always a Ranger. It's a situation that, as I said, people do not see that it's serious, but people should take it seriously. People should understand the seriousness out of this. And it comes to the point where, as I said, like, it's the idea that if you think that like that life is better without you, that's a lie. It's a big lie. Don't listen to something like that, because you don't know of the fact of how positively you affect someone's life, and how people actually care so much about you to a point where, you know, they want you around. You know, it's, as I said, life is difficult. No, somebody not dealing with life is a hard thing, and it's never gonna happen. People are gonna deal with life always. But you gotta realize that people are there to help you in any type of instance. So as I said, with this, if you ever need to speak to someone in general, like who is one of your greatest friends. And I'm going to say this for those who try to bring out tough love. Doesn't always work all the time.
Yeah, that's something I was also going to bring up as well. A lot of people assume that tough love can help, like, knock somebody out of their suicidal depression or help, knock someone out of their depressive state. And that's just not true. Like, sure, in some cases it can help some people get their shit together, but, like, that's not... that's not true.
Yeah, but if that's the kind of help he's getting, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
No, but like, here's one thing about that I find it, because I see a lot of people that I've known, they were like, oh, well, I got someone to tell me that I need to get my boots up, I need to be decent, I need to be this and that. Like, bro, cool, but that doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah, great that it worked for you, but that doesn't mean it's gonna work for everyone.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Like, it doesn't mean it's gonna work for everyone you talk to, or hell, even everyone you deal with who has it. People work differently. People are fundamentally different,
Yeah, exactly. And as I tell people all the time, like, hey, if you need some type of help, like, do not be afraid to ask for help. Like stop. Like, if someone's just giving you tough love or being tough with you and not loving, or they're not giving you love, then that's something that they need to work on. That's really something that they need to work on. I tell people that all the time. Like, you can say tough love, but you're not giving them love that you claim to be giving.
My mother just drunkenly came in here to ask me for water, but she said, you can get it for me when you're done because I don't need it now. I need it when you're done. And I love my mom to death, but I swear to God.
That sounds interesting.
Like, we're trying to be serious here, and she's just barging in, being like, "No, I need the water when you're done."
Yeah, if you like, it's like, yeah. I know we're not supposed to be making jokes about it, but it's like, oh, you. I
mean, I feel like we can still, like, I understand that we can, like be
you guys
serious, but I feel
like you guys need some help. Like, you guys need where's the free pebbles? Cocoa pebbles in the fridge, like just bad timing, but.
Honestly, I think we can still have fun this episode. I understand you want this to be a serious episode, but I feel like we can still have fun this episode. Like, we could still make jokes.
Well, no, of course. It's just like, as I said, it was just bad timing.
I love the cutscenes of this game.
It was just bad timing. That's all it was.
I got some great
bargains for you.
What's funny is that that guy. Crap, I keep forgetting his name. I think that guy's actual name is supposed to be a reference to something. It's either him or it's another person, like a smuggler in one of the future games. His name's Senior Plot Convenience.
It's him, Skid McMarks.
That man from the Infobot.
In the flesh, little dude. You guys get a load of that epic...
How come, I don't know why, but like, if you see from the front, how come he looks like Will Smith?
He just kind of look like Will Smith from the front.
Yeah, but anyway, no. On serious note, real serious note. Okay, because we're making jokes here. As I said, don't be afraid to ask for help. Always be cool with asking for help. Do not be afraid to ask anybody for help. Do not afraid to get any type of personal help. There is nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you less of a person or less of a grown-up to ask for help. Because guess what? People even older than you need some type of help. People even younger than you need some type of help. It is possible. It's just...
Yeah, it doesn't make you weak. It makes you human.
Yeah, it makes you human. And I'm telling you right now, even the person who says, I'm going to tell you straightforward, I'm calling people out on this. If you say you have never been helped with anything in your life, you're an absolute liar. 100%.
You're either a liar or you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, and it goes to a point where it's like, I've never been helped out in any type of way. No, that's a lie. You got helped out with a job because someone hired you. You got helped out in any type of way that when you had, like, for instance, you need girl advice, someone helped you. Or for instance, if a girl broke your heart, someone helped you. When you felt down, someone helped you. It doesn't change anything at all. Just as I said, it's called being human. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. And as I said,
everybody needs help.
Everybody needs help. Anybody who doesn't, everyone who says that they don't, no, that's a lie. That's just a lie.
It's a bold-faced lie straight out of the pits of hell.
Yeah, and
you will go back to the realm of Agabus.
Yeah, but it's like, for instance, it just goes to a point where it's like, just as I said, just be real here. And understand that, asking for help is a serious thing. It takes a person with real strength to ask for help. Because then you understand how much you want to be around, how much you care. But with Lamar Wilson's situation, it was completely different. I think Lamar was more of the person who wanted to help. But then, they didn't really get the help that he wanted or he needed, and that's what led to that. But it's just
which is honestly terrible because he deserved better.
Yeah, it's like all he did was try to do nice reviews, help people save money, help people understand that, hey, this is a good product. Go grab the product. You don't want to waste your money? Here, I give you a review so you could save your money. You could get money off. You could do good with the product. And he helped out a lot of people. Even Dashi, he was such a good friend of Dashi. And you know what? I would have loved to have met him and say hello, how you doing? But as I said, it's now not going to be able to come true because of what happened.
But, yeah, because he's gone, which sucks. Like people, and again, if you're struggling with suicide, please reach out. In fact, Nico, you're gonna please put the suicide hotline and other resources in the description below, obviously.
Absolutely.
And in the video.
Absolutely. If you know what, it's gonna be in the beginning of the video, automatically.
Yeah, okay.
Automatically, the number, where you can go. It is not a problem for people to listen to you. Even people over there are just there, like, hey, let's have a talk, let's have a conversation.
There, people are willing to listen. People want to help, and trust me, there are people you can get help from. Exactly. You are not alone, and you will never be alone. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Exactly. Just with these type of situations, like I said, I just really hope that people take this serious. As I said, it's just more that people need to start taking this serious. We'll say this straightforward. Like I said, we lost a lot of good people in the world to that, and I'm telling you right now, it's, like I said, some of these people did not get the opportunity to get help. So, all I can tell you is that, once again, call that number, talk to someone, get some help. It's not gonna make you less of a person. But no, it's just with his videos, as I said, he was really probably one of the most positive YouTubers. He didn't do any of the crazy stuff. He didn't really do anything crazy. He was a person who was like, oh, I don't swear, I don't do this. Now, I don't know if he had family, but no, otherwise he always tried to do something positive with the situation. Now, because of the situation, now he's with all the other individuals that are now in a better place. Of course, we got voice actors that recently passed away. Captain Quark, who passed away, and
rest in peace, Tim Ward.
Yeah, exactly. and they're all in a better place, and Lamar is in a better place with them, you know. As I said, just I got the news, like as I said, as soon as I came from home at like I ended up having a good time at home at, and then I just got the news right there on like when I was on Twitter, because I was promoting like another video. I was posting up stuff on Instagram. I was like, there's no way this is true. And then I saw more posts about it. I saw more and more posts about it. People were posting it. People were going ahead and now they're like, oh, you know what? Hey, this is now a real thing. This is the truth. There is one thing I would like to say, because I know this tends to happen, and this is for the negative ass people in the world. Some of y'all like to do things in regards to like using other people's situation to get your point across. And that's like for instance, like you're using their deaths to go ahead and to make like a point to get across to people for some reason, because you want to try to get your point across to prove that you're right in something. This is not this situation. Don't go ahead and take someone's situation to go ahead and prove something wrong, to go ahead and prove something right, or use their situation in regards to like, you know, oh, you know what, that this person was weak. And I want to go ahead and prove this point, and doing so because of what they chose to do. You know, from a lot of these YouTubers, a lot of these people will call themselves top G's. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Those fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah, and it goes to a point where, you know, those people do not understand. But if they're gonna tell me, it's like, oh well, no, we've been in those situations too. I'm like, then you should understand why it's hard. Deal with those things.
Exactly.
Like a lot of people don't seem to get it. But you know, like I said, it's just to a point where people need to understand a hard life is, right? We lost freaking Lamar Wilson today. We lost a lot of voice actors. Like even like one of the voice actors of Goku, one of the voice actors of Bulma. We lost the voice actor of Anna from Overwatch.
Oh man, that's awful.
Yeah, we lost Captain Quark. We lost a whole bunch of people, and some of y'all make this as a thing to get clout. And like I said, I have problems with people like that. And as I said, like people like that to me are scum. You are absolute trash for you to make light of these type of situations, because we see it every single damn time. Then with that, you don't know like what these people are going through, and you're gonna tell me that, oh, because I've been through it, I have the right to judge it. Like, no, you don't. Don't you dare.
Yeah, don't ever judge someone else's situation just because you've been in a similar one.
Yeah, don't care if you've been in a similar one or been into like a situation. You have no right to go ahead and get to a point where people like, you know, people have to do it in the way that you did it. They have to find help in certain other directions, in certain other ways. And as I said, it's just like, it gets on my nerve because a lot of people take this situation lightly, and it's not a thing to take lightly. You guys really got to get to a point where you should understand the situation at hand. You should understand why this situation is serious. And like I said, like, I will call out people for that. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a big YouTuber. I don't care if you're someone as big that is rich or this and that. You will get called out. It's a serious situation. But otherwise, as I said, this is it just still leaves me in shock today. I send a message of what happened to my friend. He's like, yo, what is going on? He's like, he's asking me, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know.
Why are so many people dying from our childhood dying?
Yeah, it's like people are looking at that and feel like, yo, what's going on? Like, what is the situation of why people are now, like, you know, either unaliving themselves or they're passing away. It's a real situation that people need to understand that they need to take seriously. And, you know, as I said, final words, of course, because we're gonna end this episode. If you feel like things need to end, especially with those type of situations, so I'm going to say this: do not be afraid to call someone. Do not be afraid to talk to someone. Do not be afraid to have a conversation with someone, and don't be afraid to I would say don't be afraid to, like, even speak to someone. Look for some help. And for those who don't know what to do, be a shoulder to cry on. Lend an ear. You know, people's lives are important. People need some help, and sometimes you could be the helper, or sometimes you are the person that need help.
Exactly.
Yeah. But with that, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this right now. Definitely leave a like, leave a subscribe, hit that bell and turn on notifications, and stay tuned for another episode of TemGameBoyz.
Bye, guys.
The abnormal is normal when sweatpants and messy hair become formal. I felt